Oh, I'm so funny. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Miss Gail over here at Georgia Peachnut, running out here right quick from an appointment, wanting to make sure, okay, this is January and we're all excited about our trees coming to life shortly, in another month or two, and we want to prune them back, and this is the time to prune the trees and to go in and take care of any possible bug spray that we need to use organically, hopefully, but if not, whatever you want to. But let's first make sure we understand the difference between, before we start cutting, the difference between a spur, a fruiting spur, a fruiting bud, and a leaf bud. Because if you cut the wrong thing, if you cut all the buds, B-U-D-S, not bugs, or fruiting buds or fruiting spurs off, you won't have any fruit. So before you go to cut and getting all excited, I've done this, that's why I can see it. I've done this. Let's look at this right here. This is my Stella cherry tree. And it has, and I need to probably take my glove off. Excuse me, you guys. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? These are fruiting spurs right here. You can tell because it's kind of gnarly and fat. Gnarly and fat. That's a fruiting spur. And this is one on the tip, so it is tip fruiting as well. Let's see. See that? Some trees, some fruit trees, tip fruit have the tips on the fruiting spur on the end, and some have it on the end and they have it throughout the branch. But these you do not want to cut. If you do, make sure you decide how much fruit you want to leave on there, okay? And right here, same thing. These are all fruiting spurs. They're bigger, they're fatter. Now, Miss Gail, what is a leaf bud? How do I tell the difference? Well, I'm going to tell you. Let's find one right quick. Here's something right here. Here's a candidate right here. I'm going to bring you up a little closer. Take off my glove. This right here, candidate, is a leaf. These are leaf buds. They're going to leaf out. Photosynthesis is going to, take place, and the leaves are going to get the photosynthesis from the sun and the energy from the sun, shall I say, and feed the roots. So the leaf bud is slimmer, a lot slimmer, and thinner, and it just goes up like that. See? Now, this on the end, though, I believe is a fruiting spur right there. See, it's gnarly and fat, short, but the leaf is going to be smooth. You can run your hands up it, and then also it's thin. It's a lot thinner. And I've got company out here. I'm sorry, you guys, see where the beaver has been in my part of the garden. He's been eating some collard greens, so y'all know I got to get with that. So, anyway, I'm sorry, but they're over here. They're out here. Anyway, right here, this is a leaf bud. I want you to see the difference between the two. It's a lot smaller. Let's see if I can bring it up to you where you are. I'll take you back. I want you to see it. It's a lot smaller. See, right there? A lot smaller. Up under here, smaller. Versus this one right here. See, that's a fruiting spur. And you want to see these. You want fruit. Fruiting spur right here. Well, you can't see because it's turned the wrong way, but that's a fruiting spur where my hand is. So I see all these fruiting spurs, and it gives me hope that I'm going to have some cherries. Now let's walk over here. Y'all need to see all that over there. I'm not going to move it because they're still getting out here and they're getting in my garden. So I got to block them. Here is the apricot. Let's see. So we have a lot of leaf. Let me get it up. These little nodes right here, all these nodes, and they're going to get a little bigger, are going to bear leaves. See how small they are? So go outside and take a look at your trees, your fruit trees, because we all have them, we all want them. But we want to do this the right way. And we're going to do this together because I don't know anything. I'm learning like you. And I've had these trees for a long time. Make sure you go out and check your trees and identify fruiting spurs versus leaf buds. Okay? Now, I see on here on my apricot tree, I see hope because I see where these are gnarly. See, they're a little bigger. So I'm hoping that that is a fruiting spur. Looks like I may get some fruit. Most of your fruit trees fruit on the new wood and a lot on the old wood. So you need to know what you have and what it's fruiting on. See, right here. See these nodes right here? They look like they're going to be leaf buds. Leaf buds is what they look like. So when you say, well, I've had this tree, Miss Gail, for a long time, and I don't know, not a long time, but I've had my tree for a year or two, and I don't know if it's going to fruit. Well, usually it takes them about 2 to 5 years or 3 to 5 years. Some of them would do it earlier, like the peach trees and what have you. But go outside and look. Go outside and look and see if you see this. All these, all those are spurs, fruiting spurs. You see, there you go. All of those are fruiting spurs. See if you have some of those. And then you may have it. It doesn't mean that it may stay. It depends on how long you've had the tree, how old it is, the circumference of the trunk, all that good stuff come into play. So I know I've had my pear trees here for a while, and they do fruit. And I'm looking at this pear tree right here, and it has on the end a fruiting spur, and it has fruiting spurs down here. They're thick, but I do see some leaf buds that's going to come out. Leaf buds on this. Let me see if I can get it to show with that because it's kind of bending over. These little short ones right here on the back side of this right here, you can't really see it, but the ones in the front, those are leaf buds. So it has leaf buds and it has fruiting buds. So I'm going to put you up here. This has spurs. And I don't know how well you can see that. I can't hold it down. Anyway, it has spurs and fruiting buds. The same with this one right here. So go out and you can take a look at your tree now, and then another month you see how, excuse me, I'm hitting the tripod, how it's differing. This is an established pear tree. Hold on for a second. There you go. And definitely fruiting spurs. See? Fruiting spurs right there. And this goes all the way up. And you don't want I don't want my fruit all the way up. So I'm going to be air layering to get the fruit down to where I can manage it. So I just wanted to make sure you don't go out cutting without thinking. I have done that, cut without thinking. Just got angry at an apple tree and just started whacking away, not knowing to watch out for the fruiting spurs and the leaf buds. And we all want to do some trimming this year. You want to trim, but make sure you know what you're trimming. So this is the plum tree. And it has fruiting spurs on it. These are all fruiting spurs. See how gnarly they are? Now these are going to be, they're not as big as the other ones, but they're still fruiting spurs. But right here, these little short ones right here are for the leaves. See how they're short and slim? Whereas the fruiting spurs are kind of rough. When you run your hands up it, it's rough, gnarly. That's where your fruit's gonna come from. So okay, you guys, I'm gonna let you go and forget my tripod movement. It's not letting me be great today. I just ran out to show that to you. And I'm gonna go in now, and I hope my minutes haven't run out because my battery was very low. So I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment, let me know if you're ready to go out and start pruning. And if you thought about all this before you did. And I will see you in the garden soon. Bye-bye.